This game, Concord, cost more to make than Spider-Man 2. It took 8 years to develop, it had the backing of PlayStation, the biggest gaming company on earth. It was supposed to be the future of shooters. But exactly 2 weeks after it launched, Sony panicked. They didn't just stop selling it, they pulled the plug, refunded every single player, and deleted the game from existence. This is the story of how to burn $400 million without leaving a trace. To understand why this failure is so historic, you have to understand the arrogance behind it. Sony didn't just want a game, they wanted a religion. They looked at Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and they looked at Overwatch, and they said, we can buy that. Development started way back in 2016. Think about that. In 2016, Overwatch was the biggest game on earth. Sony spent 8 years building an Overwatch killer, but by the time they finished in 2024, that genre was already dead. We know that Spider-Man 2 cost $300 million to make. It's one of the most expensive games ever, but according to insiders, Concord cost nearly $400 million. That is the GDP of a small island nation. And the scariest part, nobody at Sony stopped it. Reports from inside the studio describe a culture of toxic positivity, a place where criticism was ignored, and everyone just kept nodding their heads while the ship sailed straight into an iceberg. Then the game launched, and it was a disaster immediately. First, the price. While competitors like Overwatch 2 and Apex Legends are free, Sony asked for $40. Second, the characters. They tried so hard to design characters for a modern audience that they ended up with designs that nobody wanted to play. But the real kill shot was the data. On launch day, on Steam, the game peaked at 697 players. Not 600,000, 697. To put that in perspective, bad games like Redfall have 6,000 players. Sony had spent hundreds of millions of dollars to build a stadium for millions of people, and not even enough people showed up to fill a movie theater. Now, usually when a game fails, the company tries to save it. They make it free to play, they sell skins, they try to fix it, you get the idea. Sony didn't do that. On September 3rd, just 11 days after launch, they made the announcement. Concord was shutting down. They did something unprecedented. They issued full refunds to everyone who bought it. Why? Because keeping the servers running for 30 people cost more money than the game was making. It was cheaper to just kill it. Today, you physically cannot play Concord. Even if you own the disc, it doesn't work. It has become lost media. Concord isn't just a bad game. It is a monument to corporate ego. And just like the Rabbit R1, it proves that you can have all the money in the world, but you just can't buy a soul. Thanks for watching the Museum of Failure. Subscribe for the next exhibit.